And welcome everybody, and we are live again in the 5B Bullrun live crypto trading. It's been an interesting day, and as you can see, I'm already in one trade, which is 10x magic long. Just hoping that it will start to print money. It was printing in a while. It was printing a while ago, but right now it seems like it's coming down. But not too worried, in the sense that it feels like it's at the end of a trend line. So if I zoom out, you can have a look. Yeah. So we are kind of catching the wave right now at the end of the trend line. So we have created some sort of a trend going by. So as you can see, the whole day it's making this wave up and down within the range, and currently it's kind of like at the end of the range, and so we are trying to have something. Yeah, so we're trying to capture here and see if there's a possibility of catching kind of like the wave up. So I'm testing on a new device, currently streaming from OBS. So I've designed some of this stuff to make this stream look a little bit better. And previously I was actually using StreamYard, which only gives me a 720p, not so interesting. So I'm actually streaming right now 1920 by 1080, so like full HD, and hopefully the quality is a little bit better. Because I realized that when we were streaming, we would not be, we could not see the charts very clearly. And as you can see, I'm sitting at $22, so a couple of dollars down. In fact, I'm like $2, yeah, like $3 down from the afternoon, and I'm still trying to make my way up back to the 25 and then maybe to the 50s. So this is just me doing a little bit of live trading online, just to maybe have some sort of a record of what I'm doing. So a friend of mine asked me to look at GRT, and I think GRT is ripe for the picking. So it just kind of even on the 15-minute chart, it's kind of making you know, the stochastic RSI just make this cut through, and you can see that it's starting to print. So yeah, so the whole day you can see it's just doing this all the time. So down, up, down, up, down, up. So hopefully we get a chance to capture some of these uptrend and downtrend in a while. So GRT, a very good trade currently. And so magic is my baby. So now it's not really printing, but I'm very sure it's gonna go up. So I've also put a stop loss at 5%. So if it reaches 1.9819, that's where I get stopped out. So I've been learning how to use stop losses properly, but I've got stopped out a couple of times, which, you know, I'm not really happy. So let's see. And then so Bitcoin again, the father of all coins, so it's still sitting at very strong support at 24,660. So it's been very consistent today, so more like a stable coin, and I guess it's really good that it's keeping this trend, and it's just keeping the support right now, and so that at any one time there is an opportunity to break up or maybe break down, right? So ETH doing relatively okay today as well, so trending between 1700 to maybe 1680, so it's not bad. Yeah. And this is the killer, right? So I've got killed by this a couple of times, this blur. So I'm just trying to, you know, I'm just trying to get into some trades of blur, and I got stopped out a couple of times because I was just not ready to trade this radical coin, right? It's just going crazy up and down, and you can see even for the 5 minute, in some sort of a way, today or even for the last 10 hours, it's been doing like 26%. You know, even if you go down here, it's like 17%. I mean, it's a crazy coin, yeah. So it's a little bit hard to catch the drift because there is no really any sign of TA currently to track. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm still interested in pulling back some of my gains again for this coin, Blur. I think it's very volatile and it's kind of fun to play. So, and yes, one of my favorite website currently. I think it's just really interesting. Look at Filecoin. Filecoin is at like 22%. VET. I have some investment in VET. You know, I have some Atom. I have some Tezos, and I have some Near, and everybody. I have some Dot as well. So it's good that it's kind of printing. So ENG is an interesting coin. So Engine, I have been investing in Engine for a long time, and actually my position is like 80% down. You know, so I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do with the coin, but I guess just wait around it, and then let's see what happens. Yeah. So AVAX, I've got a trade. Oh, I'm trying to move it to the middle. Yeah, so I've got a position on AVAX as well. So these are just some of my coins. So it's good to see some of my coins flying in here. So I used to play around with Curve, but not now. So I'm still waiting to just get into it. So this is an interesting chart today. You know, most of it is like green. This is a strange one. Yeah, ICP. Yeah, I'm not so sure if I still kept my ICP, but internet computer. Oh, I didn't know that you could click on this. That's interesting. So market cap 2.24 billion. You can see the chart going up and down. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you can even see. Oh, you can actually skip straight to Bybit. That's interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna close this. So, oh, I am. Look at this magic. Yeah, it's starting to bounce off the trend line, I think. Yeah, I think it's really respecting the trend line at the moment, so I think I'm just very happy about this. Yeah, so just zooming in right now. Yeah, so as you can see, it's just bounced off the trend line on a 1 minute, and then it's slightly going down on a 5, but that's okay. So yes, my name is Prophet. I trade casually. I am a casual trader. I don't really take it very seriously, but at the same time, I'm just trying to build myself. I'm trying to be a good trader. I'm trying to learn. I learned a lot of stuff from Sniper School. It was great just trying to put some of this stuff into practice. So I'm trying to trade better. I'm trying to trade more consistently. I'm trying to be less emotional. I'm trying to learn the TA a little bit more. So I trade on a 5 minute, if you can see. So a very short term kind of trader. I usually don't hang around too long on a trade, maybe sometimes even less than an hour per trade. And I try to catch the wave. I try to catch some of the trends. So let's see how this is gonna be. So it's a little bit worrying right now. It's just going down the drain. As in, it's just going down the drain right now. Yeah, but I think it's gonna respect this trend line. Yeah. If not, I think the next support is gonna be quite far away, which I'm gonna be stopped out. So this is my stop line. You can see. Yeah. So the blue one. So as you can see, I'm not trading with a lot of money. I'm just practicing my trade with very small capital, just to trade myself. I think that's the most important. Just give me a minute. My battery is kind of dying. I'm just gonna fix it. Okay, I'm back on. So let's just look at some other interests, some other APT. So APT on the 5-minute looks very interesting. So actually I've moved my RSI back to 50, the line here, so I can kind of tell actually this is not what I should do, right? I should actually keep it up at 70, and then I can move one trend line. Just going to put one trend line at 50. I mean, it's just for me to really see where, kind of like where the middle point is, so that I know. It's so hard to get. Yeah, so it's just so that I could see a little bit clearer where this is going, whether it's just below the 50 or, you know, after the 50. So if this is below the 50, I think that's kind of interesting that it cuts the 50 line, and then you know, it's going down. So yeah, once it's crossed, I mean, it's probably a potential short at this moment in time. Yeah. So APT, actually I should not be doing this because I should keep this up. This will always be my magic chart. Yeah, so if you look at my magic chart, and unfortunately I just got stopped out of my trade. You can see I have no position left, and if you go back to the close P&L, you can see that I'm down basically, yeah, $1.40. That's alright. I mean, live and learn. I was really trying to catch the wave. Unfortunately, it, yeah. And where is my trend line? It's gone. No, it's kind of strange sometimes that when you just go in and out of this thing, your trend line just goes missing, which I really hate. Yeah, my trend line is gone. Anyway, I am looking to go in again, just on this trade, just to short it again. Yeah, but I mean, just now waiting for the 5-minute to come in again. Yeah, so that's my trend line, you know. Let me just take away the super trend, and then just do another trend line. I don't remember which was my trend line. Kind of took it away. Yeah, I think this was my trend line. So I had a couple of touches, you can see. I had 1 touch, 2 touch, and 3 touch. So this was actually my trend line. Yeah, so sometimes if you are not very accurate, which I don't like, it sometimes gives a lot of false alarms, right? So technically, if you look at this, it's really better to wait for the trade, or rather wait for it to come down all the way into the trend line. Yeah, it kind of almost touched but did not touch. Yeah, so that is maybe the issue. Yeah, but at the same time there was a little bit of crossed over here. Yeah, so there was a cross, and on a 5-minute, and we kind of assumed that yes, if there was a cross, it has an opportunity to go up. But unfortunately, it went up a little bit and then it comes down because there was some sort of a support around here that that needs to be filled, right? So it's okay. So it's something that we learn. So now I'm back to like 20. Yeah. Again, I've lost a couple of trades today to blur, so I'm now trying to pick it up. So again, you know, it's not really touching currently, yeah, but it's kind of like trying to make the turn. So I just kind of have to be patient, a little bit more patient, I guess, just to make sure that it touches or it kind of crosses here, right? So I mean, again, when you look at the 1 minute, it has already turned around. So this is actually not very accurate. Yeah. So I mean, in terms of the 1 minute, I mean, it's really hard to trade the 1 minute chart. So I'm really thinking maybe I should also move up to a more higher time frame. Yeah. So the 5 minute is not really doing anything for me currently. So yeah, but it's just too long. You know, if I'm trading like 15-minute time frame, it's just too long for me. You know, I don't really like it. Yeah, so I hope they don't lose my trend line. Just now where we were at APT. We were looking at APT. Yeah, and you look at that, it went up. Yeah, so it has a little bit of a gain, but as soon as the 5 minute hit the top, it kind of come down again, just showing that the whole, I mean, the bulls are not really strong. But again, if you're talking about that, within the span of 40 minutes, you're talking about 1.8%, right? So 1.8%, if you talk on 10x, you're talking about an 80% gain, which is not bad. So it's now coming down right now, and it's actually time to short. So technically, you can kind of like go up and down and just shoot the market like this, right? Blur, I'm not going to take a look at it. Let me just put it at the back. Yeah, let me just see if I can open another window. So I usually like to have a couple of windows. Yeah, but now I'm kind of stuck in this really crazy, I don't really understand what this is. You know, it's just giving me some really weird time frame. You know, I don't want to be at, you know, I want to be at UTC 8. That's where I want to be. But it's just giving me some really funny language, which I don't want. I want it to be in English, right? So maybe I'll just switch it to English. Yeah, looks right. Let me just go back to my. Okay, it feels like I've got all my charts here. Let me just take a look at other stuff. So let's see how Matic is doing. Wow, Matic has did a small turn, you know, today. Yeah. Yeah, it was at 1.5. Yeah, it was at 1.5 when I first saw it this morning, and now it's like trading at 1.56. Now it's like 1.5. It's one of my favorite token actually. Yeah, I'm also developing a couple of projects on Matic. I think it's a fun layer too, and I really like it. This is the massive one. Yeah, it's been pumping since, you know, the morning. Look at that. Look at that. It's crazy. Look at the big pump. Yeah, this is just like, you know, I really like this because I can technically see the time frame. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? So I take the measure. Look at this. In 4 days, 100%. Isn't that insane? 4 days and 100%. Oh my god. I mean, where do you make 100% in 4 days? Filecoin. I'm starting to get used to my keyboard and stuff like that. Maybe I'll show you later on. Maybe in some of my stream, I'll show you some of the devices that I'm using. I'm really excited. Link, how's Link doing? Link on a 5 minutes time frame. Yeah, it's the middle of nowhere. Can't do anything right now. Lido. Yeah, Lido just took a turn on a 5 minute. If I was here, if I were to take the trade when it was here, and you can see, yeah, 16% if it's 10x, right? Awesome. Optimism. Did I score on optimism? Yeah, I had two trades. Look at that. Yeah. So I had two trades today. One I was negative $1, and both short trades, negative $1.60. One I was up 20 cents. Yeah, not really so happy with my trading today, but let's see. Optimism. Oh, I really like this. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get used to this Dodge. How's Dodge doing? Maybe waiting for a long right now. Yeah. So once in a while, I'll just go back to my magic and then see if it has touches the line and it's almost there. So I think I'll just be a little bit more patient, letting the line drop all the way here and maybe have an opportunity to take the turn here. So I'm also very concerned about the RSI currently. Yeah. So in my experience, every time the RSI comes very close to like the 30, it just goes for this deep dive, right? So I'm yet to learn about volume and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel like there's a lot of volume today in the market. So it's kind of like a little bit volatile, but I think it's fine. You know, I'm just practicing my TA, practicing my training. And once in a while, I like to go back to Discord. So if you guys can see, I can't get my Discord to you guys. Not so sure why. Oh, okay, because I'm on full frame. So I can exit the full screen. Yep. So if you take a look at Discord, I'm always on the Sniper Discord, the Crypto School or Crypto Banter. And I think it's kind of fun sometimes just to look at people and look at, you know, I love to see these trade results. Look at this. These are like all the different trade results that people are doing. 63%. It's so inspiring. Yeah, this last guy, he did a long on, I don't know what coin is this high. I've never even heard about it. But he did like a 30%. And some of these guys are real degens. I actually saw like 100x's before, which is like madness. Yeah, you see, you look at this. This guy did like a 20x. Oh my god. 20x again. Yeah. But they are just printing money, man. Look at this, 31x. Blue Zone 6. I don't even know who you are, but you are a degen for sure. 300x. Who is this guy? Sindel. Man. Let me just congratulate her. True degen. 20x. So it's kind of fun just going through some stuff. You know, George, sometimes they have some live stream. I'm also looking at that. This is a really funny video about Respect the Palm. So I've been following this guy for a while as well. He is like a coder. So I've been learning to code from him as well, just some solidity. And I think he runs Morales.io if I'm not wrong. So there are some chats here, you know, which I really like to, you know, XRP move incoming, you know, Phil gonna drop. Oh, see, so you get some news around here, Phil gonna drop. So maybe let's just take a look at take a quick look at Filecoin. Is it gonna drop? Yeah, on a 5-minute time frame, it looks like it is gonna drop. So maybe let's just have some fun and let's just do a quick shot on Filecoin. It was cross, so let's go isolated. Doesn't really matter because I'm all in 100%, and I'm going on a short on a Filecoin. It feels like he has crossed this a little bit. Again, I'm gonna set this back to, oh, this is already 70. So yes, so it's above. Yeah. So I'm gonna add a little bit of a TP, which is 5%, and then let's see what happens. So sometimes I like to look at the overall trend of a coin. So that's when I kind of zoom out. to like a 4-hour time frame. That's probably like the max that I would want to go. I don't know why they say that it's gonna drop, but it doesn't feel like it, because if you're just doing a trend line here like this, it's not anywhere, you know, breaking the trend, right? I mean, so I don't really understand that news, but in any case, I just took a short just for fun, right? Just to see where this leads, because it's really pumping, and it's just too high, you know. Yeah, and I don't even know how to draw a trend line from here. You know, it doesn't feel like, yeah. So if it's like that, which is very interesting, because then we are really talking about this going all the way up, and what happened is that you see kind of like a rejection candle. So this means basically, for me, what I learned from Sheldon is that everything is pushing all the way up, and at the same time, the shorts are in. So it didn't kind of reach. So when you see such like wicks, it means that it's starting to get volatile, and it's probably on the way down. Maybe that's kind of like the interpretation that people are kind of having. So if you look at the RSI on a very high time frame, it's like 84. It's crazy, right? It's just so high, it's impossible. You know, sometimes I really wonder, you know, what's going on. So yeah, so I will kind of trail down a little bit, just moving down the time frame, just to see if there's any crazy things happening. So it feels like, yeah, it is kind of like maybe going down, and in the 30 minutes, if it's still you know, meeting the trend line. Yeah, so I will adjust my trend line a little bit based on this, just to make sure that I'm a little bit more accurate. So 15, yeah, so 15, I can't even see my trend line, because I think it's probably too high up there. Not so sure why. So on the 5-minute, it's coming down, so it's good. Let's see. Yeah, but it's still not printing money. Yeah, but we'll see what happens as we go along. ETH, I kind of like want to put it behind. So Dodge, and then what is this? Yeah. So you look at this. This is interesting. It's touch, right? So yeah, and when it touches, it starts to bounce off. This is good. Yeah, but I'm in a Filecoin trade, so I'm probably gonna miss this, because I'm all in on Filecoin. And yeah, so you can tell, right? So it kind of respected this trend line that I drew, which is interesting. But let's see, it might just come in and retest a little bit of it before it kind of like goes up, right? So again, Filecoin, where's my Filecoin? Yeah, Filecoin is here. So at a very high time frame, so I can kind of also, I think, let me just draw a trend line over here, so I know that that's like one of the highest, and then maybe a trend line here. Yeah, so I just changed the color of this to red, so I know that it's like a support, sorry, resistance, and then it's like support. Okay, I've got closeout on my Filecoin, so at a 5. So sometimes, because if the leverage is really too high, it's very easy to get closed out. So in things like that, there is so much volatility. Sometimes I might just adjust my leverage to like 5, right? So yeah, so it's got a closed. Look at that. I'm down $1.30. So now I'm like 19. Where's $19? Wow. Whew. Not a good day, but it's okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back to my magic. I'm looking at it right now. It kind of bounced off the trend line, so I just want to have a little bit of a confirmation. So on the 1-minute, it's kind of like touching and going down. So but it's okay. I think since it's on a trend line, let's just go for a long. Yeah. So I'm along on the 10x currently. Yep, so you can see, and then we'll see what happens, right? So even at the 1 minute, it's so high up here, but I'm kind of confident that, you know, because on the 5 minute, we are probably, yeah, just kind of like picking up. So yeah, I could feel that this could be going up, this trend. Yeah. So my super trend is off. I should be turning on my super trend. Yeah. So basically the super trend kind of tells you where the trend is. So if you take a look at my super trend is off. Yeah, so if my super trend is on, it is still actually on a downtrend, and hopefully I'm hoping that this thing kind of turn green. So if you see that this has a little bit of a green line, yeah, it means that the trend is kind of like going up. So hopefully if it kind of turns green, yes, look at that, it starts to turn green with a little bit of an arrow, which is very interesting. So these kind of signify that there is kind of like an uptrend, right? Again, it might just go in and out, and but yeah, at least it's a good sign for me at the moment. So yeah, let's see how this will do. So technically, if you want to play this properly, there is two trend line that is going on. So there is one up here, which I'm going to draw. Yeah, so this is like kind of like the resistance and kind of like the range that this thing has been going. So it's kind of like an indicator of where you could potentially take profit. But sometimes I don't wait for so long to take profit, so I'm a little bit impatient. So yeah, and again, not so sure about the Fibonacci, but yeah, if I take the Fibonacci and I, you know, take it down here, and then the 618 is here, so there is a potential retracement at around 2.02, yeah, which sometimes I would like to trade profit. I mean, I like to take profit there, but a lot of times I like to take profit at the 0.5. So maybe then what we can do, we just try to take some profit at 0.5, which is like 2.0191. Okay, so this is what I do. So I will go to my take profit. Oh, I didn't even set the stop loss. So where was I? Forgot. 2 point. This thing is going crazy. Where's my 2.0185? That's the 0.5, right? So 2.0190. So 2.0190. So you can tell. So if I set it at 2.0190, my profit zone is at 17.79, which, yeah, I think it's not bad. I'll put a stop loss at 5% so I don't go crazy. Okay, so I've got both my settings ready. I'll take this Fibonacci out. It's just too colorful. I have so many lines right now. I don't even know why this is jumping off to this. So good luck to me. So hopefully this thing turns the ground and it will hit somewhere here. So that's like the retracement, and then that's why I will take my profit. So I've set everything and it's ready to go for me. So sometimes I still continue to look at it because I just love to stare at the chart, but I'm not supposed to do that. So it's about I think it's about 7 o'clock right now. I mean, the sky is going down, but I'm going to trade for a while today, just looking at the different charts, just trying to see where I am. So Filecoin, which I got stopped out, is still really trying to keep up, right? Doge. Yeah, so today we probably will not be able to see any movement on, say, the Bitcoin. And then sometimes I'll just go, back to my tweets. Woo, Sheldon, what's he doing? Bike. Good on Sheldon. Man, I really want to meet this guy. He's like my hero. Andrew Kang. Yeah, so this is one of my new follows. So Phil has a chance to be the next to be the XRP ADA of this echo bubble, right? So shilling point. I don't know what that is, what that means. Yeah, so these are some of the narratives that people are talking about. This is an interesting coin. Yeah. So CFX, a lot of people have been talking about the CFX, which is like the top runner in the China narrative. I don't get CFX here. So maybe it's in, I don't know, maybe is it in the trading spot? Oh, I should not be getting out of Magic. Oh no, better go back in case all my lines are gone. Are my lines gone? My lines are in. Alright. Okay. So maybe trade. Let me go to spot. And then let me see if I can catch CFX. Nope. No CFX on. No CFX on Bybit. Conflux. I think this is the coin. Yeah, look at this coin. It's interesting. I mean, the market cap is not really very high. It's about 300 million, but a lot of people are watching this coin. So this is like a little bit of a, I don't know, it feels like, I mean, everybody's talking about it as a Chinese coin. So we can go and take a look at it. Conflux network. Yeah, so blockchain without barriers. Yeah, we can take a look at it. Staking, high throughput, low fees. Yeah. So there's grants. It feels like it's like a layer one. I'm not so sure. I need to deep dive into this a little bit more. So just to see what this is. But a lot of people are talking about this blockchain. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah. So yes, my Magic is printing a little bit of money, which I think it's okay. Yeah, on a longer, very, very long time frame, the stochastic RSI for longer for me, right? So short and long are very relative. So 5 minutes is good for me, 15 minutes is good, 4 hours is too long, right? But a lot of people may not agree with me. But yeah, so on the 30-minute, it's, the stochastic RSI is still at the bottom, which is good for me. 1 hour is kind of coming down. So yeah, so I don't really look beyond, actually, when I'm trading, I don't really look beyond the hour. So the 15 minutes kind of thing. Also because I don't have a lot of time, right? Again, a lot of people say you don't have a lot of time, you put in a trade, you go to sleep, you wait for the next 2 weeks, and then you see what happened. But I don't think we can do that for leverage. I mean, it's just too dangerous, right? You don't even know what's happening the next time, the next minute, right? So it's a little bit dangerous in my opinion. So I like to look at my trade. I like to be there. I like to be here when my trade is happening. Like right now, you can see it's starting to print some money for me, which is very interesting. So that's what I really want to see, and I want to be able to close the trade whenever I see some movement. Whenever I see that something is going wrong, I can make a decision right here to close the trade. So I don't like to wait for a very long time, as in, yeah, unless it's an investment that I put in, and that's fine, right? So I do have some investment coins somewhere, where I put it there and I don't take a look at it, and there is no leverage, and it just keeps going, right? So whether it goes down or where it goes up, it's just one of those things. Yeah, but I enjoy trading. I enjoy really just scalping the market for some of these trades. I'm not very good, as you can see. So just stopping at $20 right now. From yesterday it was 35, today it's 20. This morning was 25, so I kind of lost my lunch money today, but it's okay. Live and learn, and we'll see where this goes. So I'm gonna just take a break right here. I may be back later for more trading with 5B Bullrun. My name is Poet Prophet, and good luck everybody. I'm going to stop the stream.